Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So here we are talking about assignment 5, where we'll be building on top of our previous assignment, where we built paint and email agent using MCP. So on top of it, right now we want to make our prompt better. So instructor has shared a template which can be used to evaluate how good is our prompt and work on our prompt, right? So I have taken up that particular template and passed my prompt which I had. So in the end we have a result something like this. So my prompt is having explicit reasoning, structured output, tool separation, all of this, right? Which it's good at all of this now. Oral clarity is exceptional and it's highly structured, right? So it's meeting all the requirements. So prompt is good enough. Next, after improvisation of the prompts, we have to improve on few things which we had earlier. Earlier function calls were done in this particular format. Now we want to move to this particular format using of JSON rather than this structure, right? This will bring more validated more validation in how function calls are being done, and this will be more reliable than the earlier process, right? This needs to be added, and we need to add intermediate self-check prompts so that whatever we are doing is correct or not, are we on the right track or not, right? These sort of things. And we need to add reasoning steps, fallback strategies, and earlier also all our tools were separate, right? So we need to have better instruction framing. This is done already as part of prompt, right? So all this were taken care of, right? Maybe let's look at a run of code here once. Just ask it to calculate ASCII value for high and send it to default email ID of mine, right? Agent initially plans and then executes the code, right? First it is trying to add a rectangle. It's trying to figure out where the center is and adding it there. Once that is done, now it tries to add the result of the ASCII calculation here in between the rectangle. Yep. So once the result is ready, it it's trying to save. It uses certain structure to write the format of the file name, right? Once the file is saved, now it's auto triggering an email. Yeah, let's quickly check our email. Yeah, you can see. I think let me refresh it once. I think that was a lead test. Yeah, so this is the visualization which was produced, right? And yeah, so code is working good end to end. So let's see what has changed, right? So we have mentioned that function call should be in a JSON format. So how are we splitting the JSON here? We're using this, like it will have a function call and then this semicolon. After that, whatever the JSON format, right? So here we are extracting the JSON info. So we have added, like in case it is not in proper JSON format, it will highlight and it will stop the program, right? Saying that it is unable to call it, or it will try to tell the LLM that this has happened and it will retry to send produce a function call. So this is how the JSON parsing was handled. Yep. So that is one major change. Maybe I can take you through the prompt once so that we can understand what we are exactly doing, right? So initially I'm telling that you are an agent, you can control paint and send emails, right? I'm giving all the tools, descriptions of all the tools available, right? I'm highlighting what the task is for it, right? You need to calculate ASCII exponential sum, visualize the result. I'm telling it how my canvas of the paint will look like because it doesn't know what my system is and all of that. And I'm also providing inputs like suggestions where it can draw the rectangle and the text box so that it is formatted well and good. So yeah, and these are the reasoning and execution instructions which are being provided to it, right? I'm asking it to think step by step and give reasoning to each step and verify intermediate results as well, right? Yeah, this is a major change which we did. So the function call should look something like this is what we said, right? Yeah, once all the steps are completed, I'm saying give me final answer, which is brief summary of what we have done, right? I also added like how the file name should be and what need to be emailed, right? All of this. So I have given some examples so that it will have a good understanding what needs to be sent. This is important. So I have added saying that you should not give me any markdowns, or else it was giving me tool underscore code, which is hampering the flow of the workflow and not giving the proper result, right? Maybe let's also look at the logs once, probably. Yep. So initially it is doing all the planning activities, right? Once the planning is done, then it is drawing and it is saving the paint file and sending the email, right? Once the email is done, we are telling that agent execution is completed and this is the final answer. We calculated the ASCII exponential sum and visualized it in paint and email the image to my email ID with an attachment name, right? This is what I had for today. Thank you so much.